Yeah, he chuckles at the comment as well.
Big of heart, small of wing.
All right. Drunkum, go ahead and roll another survival check with advantage because you've been following good pace so far. And it's kind of hard to miss some of this stuff now. Okay. Continue on without issue for the next 2 hours. So it's been pretty fortunate, thankfully. You didn't roll low. So you get there about, we'll say, 11:30, so just a little over 3 hours total. You guys see some sentries as you come in. You descend down into some of the tunnels into the kind of semi-underground base itself. And what do you want to do? Allie just finds like a bed and flops on it.
Seraphine, who would know anything about the mountain? Like, has anyone ever been before?
And he kind of like sees like, no, we can get a certain distance away, but we're not allowed past that.
Not allowed by who?
It's just part of the arrangement.
Okay.
That's
Well,
their area, and they're supposed to stay there. If they come out of their area, well then it's our problem.
well, is there at least an entrance you know of that you could point us towards?
And he kind of will go and he'll pull out like a more detailed best sketch map they have of the area. And they've been able to have, magic and things help them kind of map some of it out. But it essentially shows. Page goes.
AFK to get some coffee and stuff.
Okay. So it looks like a large volcano. The front of it has been reinforced with like strong walls, so they've built kind of like a castle into the side of it. It doesn't look like it's highly active. It looks like it just is kind of stable. Pretty decently high walls, good sized gate. You do see essentially it has these 3 towers that kind of extend up 2 or equal distances. One goes higher, and it has like an open platform near the top of it with a not a plank, but like a big stone pathway that just kind of goes out maybe about 25 feet and then stops at the top of it.
Seraphine, do you mind if I maybe make a copy of this map for us?
No, feel free.
Okay, I'm gonna steal some paper from William and do my best attempt of a copy.
That's magic paper.
Red. I don't have any paper.
He would do the same to you. It's only fair.
It'll be a magic
Make a sleight
map.
of hand check.
Gladly.
Just because it would be fun. Hold on. Where's William? Sleight of hand. Where'd it go? I know he's not rolling sleight. Perception. Nope, he doesn't notice. Just take some paper. So you go ahead, gather some materials. You make kind of a best sketch as you can. He does point out a few things of interest. He notes in the lower areas at the base of the volcano and kind of in some of the canyons beneath it, some smaller entrances that go beneath the area. It's like that's probably where the kobolds live. He's like,
Good to know. And
the good news is kobolds are very small, and likely there would be no dragons in at least most of the areas where their tunnels go. The downside is their tunnels are also very small. So you might get stuck in there, or you might not be able to turn around, or who knows? Like,
Yeah, I could
we've
see
never
that being
actually been down in
that.
there.
So you wouldn't by chance know if they connect to the dragon's tunnels?
I mean, they must. We're assuming they are the servant and kind of feed him and do other things, but we've never been quite inside.
Any information is good information.
It's like, you need to watch out, and he kind of points to the picture of where the castle is and the area around it, kind of in front of the area directly. He's like, that's where their soldiers kind of patrol, and he circles like this whole big area, probably about an hour distance in most directions around the front of this volcano.
Right.
He's like, so you'd have to watch out for them. You either go underneath, you go through them. It's like, we could try to go over them, and he kind of looks up. He's like, oh no, I've seen too many different flying things, and if I see the thing we saw 2 days ago or yesterday, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to run into that one, I think.
Nah, and he just kind of sits there.
Well, this was very helpful. I appreciate it a lot.
He just kind of gives you a thumbs up, and he just kind of like drops back and falls asleep. It's like, this is a decent day.
That it is.
All right, so now you have a mini map. Do you have any magic spell slots you want to abuse before you take your long rest for the evening? Or other shenanigans? Use them while you got them.
I'm going to cast Mirror Image and dance my stress out, and then go to bed.
I approve. Let's see. I don't think any of those things really help. Oh, that could be fun, though.
I was muted the whole time.
I was wondering if you were muted or if.
Ariel joined in dancing and got all pulled and then was asleep. Or just
Okay.
lay down.
Allie will pull out a whistle before she goes to bed, and she's going to blow into it and expend a 4th level spell slot. Dash, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Oh no. You're just loving the dancing. It's great.
I'm into it.
Oh no. Yeah, so as you're just kind of walking around, all of a sudden you're walking past Allie and you trip over something, and all of your images fall to the ground. But then you get back up and go back to dance. Oh, I forgot the fumble table thing too. Yeah, that kind of works to be the same way. Okay. Anyone else have spells? Other nonsense, scrying, etc., etc. I think William can send messages if anyone wants to call home. Well, he's got a lot of spell slots. He only used the 1st level spell slot.
Oh yeah, did William meet any of Theris's people? Would Theris want to call home?
I mean, he could.
I think
Yeah.
Theris is AFK.
He's AFK. He's drinking coffee. Yeah,
Not
he
gonna lie.
could technically cast it 7 times before you guys take a long rest.
That's a lot of times.
That is, so yeah, we don't need any polymorphs for that. Although, no, unfortunately, we don't have the information. Otherwise, he could do teleportation circle if he had the materials.
Does he even know of any teleportation circles he could teleport to?
He does know the one for Gangcaster.
Oh,
Problem is planar travel.
Yeah, you're on a different plane, and he lacks the materials component, which about 50 gold worth of inks and gems and chop, rare chop, glow in the dark chop. Can anyone think of any messages? Anyone they want to check with?
I
I'm
could
sure we've
convince
told.
William to send a message to the Rat Man. Sure.
What happened the last time you sent a message to the Rat Man, if anyone remembers? Because I
Uh,
remember.
I remember as well. However,
William didn't enjoy it, if I recall. And neither did the Rat Man.
Just saying. I mean, you could always send a message to Madeline.
We did already try that. Though I could make him try again.
Who else do we have out there that you could call? You can call any of the other teams. Ooh, good question too. So, what are you guys gonna do when the people who paid you find out that you're not getting them their horn?
Okay, was the payment to get the horn, or was the payment to attempt to get the horn?
The payment was to join the party to basically get the horn. For lack of a better term, get the horn. There may be attempting in air quotes, but the general intent is as long as you could find it. If you couldn't find it, then not really, but if you could find it within a decent amount of time, to find the horn.
I mean, Deft has done crime for less.
It was a good amount of gold.
did he even pay us ahead of time?
He paid you half. I still want Wolfgart to use all of his balls of fireball. Okay. Anything else before the long rest? No spells. Nothing. All right.
Nothing I can think of.
Crockham has a bad dream and rages in his sleep.
I like it. All right. Nope, not that. Wrong button.
Can I roll to see if I have another wizard dream?
I'm back.
Sure. Oh no, you gotta roll a D100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Eh,
Okay. You sit there. You're kind of just wake up. You're at the base. You're in the room, but everyone else is gone. What do you
I'm
want
just
to do?
I'm thinking really hard about wizards and being a wizard and how cool that would be.
So, what would a cool wizard do?
A cool wizard would just summon some toads and have a bunch of toads around for no particular reason.
Okay. So you attempt to
I would
summon
I would
toad.
like a toad to be there. Yes.
You kind of do your best, like
Wait, I
wizard
need the
impression.
toad. I have a reference picture. I need the toad to look like this.
Oh no,
Hold
I'm
on.
afraid to ask, but I'm also excited.
This is what the toad needs to look like.
Roll an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, rip.
Used to be it, right?
You like kind of like make the hand movements. I mean, you've practiced a bit. You got a little bit of skill under your belt, but unfortunately, now it doesn't seem to be doing anything differently.
My wizard powers are not strong enough yet. I need to practice.
You could practice those powers.
I want to practice my wizard powers. Okay,
You are still alone in that room.
unironically, I've been thinking of multi-classing into wizard.
Ooh.
Just
But first,
because
what's your
so
level
interesting.
10 ability?
That's a question. I think uh it's not my mage hand thing, it's something else. Maybe it's my
I'll tell you.
skill thing. I'd have to look that up.
You're a rogue. You get a bunch of random shit.
I get a lot of stuff.
Level 10 is an ability score improvement. And yeah, you get something else that's level. But yeah, no. You're just trying to cast spells. Nothing's happening though. Just kind of sitting in a room like a kid playing with their toys. There's just no toys there.
Just thinking about wizards. That's satisfying. That's enough.
You feel like a cold breeze. You're like, wait, cold? What do you want to do?
Where's that breeze coming from?
It's coming
Did I
from
leave a window
the
open?
doorways that lead into the main chambers. Yeah, some
Yeah.
of the doorways or some of the rooms don't even have doors, but yeah.
I'll
Your
take a
doors
look-see. I'll take a peek.
kind of walk out into the hallway. Roll a perception check. It's dark, but you have dark vision. You don't see anyone. Yeah, it's cold. There's like a cold breeze coming from the tunnels out from the outside.
I'll keep going.
Okay. So you kind of walk through the tunnels and you see at the end one of the Cambions is kind of sitting there, standing up, looking out, holding their spear, like watching out over everything.
Is this one that I recognize?
Roll a history check with disadvantage because you can't see their face.
Natural
Another
20.
one. It's hard to tell. Not to be mean, but they kind of look similar from this angle. You can't see their facial features. It doesn't look like any of the ones you met out in the field, but it could be some of the ones you just saw running around. You've probably met them before.
Hey there, buddy. Where's that stiff breeze coming from?
You call out, but he doesn't seem to respond to you.
I'll just kind of walk up, wave a hand in front of his face.
You walk up, and as you walk in front of him, his eyes are just like black, and he's just standing there, just kind of like breathing heavily in place.
You said he was wearing a helmet?
No, his eyes are just
Oh,
like
okay.
really
Wait,
black.
but does he have a helmet on? Is my
No.
question. Okay. Awesome.
You've seen these eyes before.
Oh.
It's very similar to the very large creature you were fighting.
This
And
isn't
his
a wizard dream at all. No, this is one of those bad dreams.
Well, I mean, as much as you want to be a wizard, right now you're kind of in a more of a warlock relationship.
Oh no.
The wizard.
Oh, I didn't even realize. You're right though.
So, but even not officially being a warlock and being in kind of a relationship, I mean, this relationship is based on give and take. If you want power, you got to give something in return.
Yeah.
Or like self-preservation is always great too.
Yeah, I should probably talk to my buddy, see what he needs. I've been a little neglectful.
But yeah, so you're not even that fortunate right now. You're still stuck in your dream.
Oh. I try to forget.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Great. Scary
And
eyes.
it kind of slowly turns its head. Doesn't turn its body, just turns its head at you. And just kind of stares at you.
I want to stand behind him and see if his head turns all the way around.
He follows you as you walk behind him.
Oh, okay.
So like he just rotates with you. He rotates his body when he has to. He doesn't like exorcist his head. At least not yet.
Not yet. Hey there, buddy. You
He
good?
slowly just kind of like reaches up with his spear and takes a very, very slow attack at you. Roll an acrobatics check with advantage.
I will take that advantage.
That modifier. Cool. Okay, yeah. Whew.
Okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, you dodge out of the way. He kind of stumbles and then like lifts up the spear and kind of goes to spear you again. You kind of like dodge out of the way again. What do you want to do?
I want to take his spear from him. Just disarm him.
Roll an athletics check and a dexterity check. Okay. So you try to go ahead and you can't kind of get it, but then you kind of flip it over and knock it onto the ground. It's still holding onto the spear, but it's now prone on the ground.
Yeah, okay. I don't really want to kill this guy. Is he looking like he's gonna get up?
I mean, he's not moving fast, but he's like not down for the count.
I'd say set him on fire, but I think they're resistant to fire. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Can I look around and see if I can spot anyone else, like anyone controlling him?
Roll a perception check. You see another two guards, probably like 200 feet away towards a larger entrance, but that's about it.
I'm gonna leave that guy there and go running up to them.
Okay. So as you run, he just kind of like slowly walks after you. As you approach up to them, roll a perception check. As you approach, they seem to like turn to you like they already know you're coming. They have the exact same eyes.
All right. Okay. This is fine.
And they start walking towards
Oh
you.
no. Oh,
And then you
no.
watch the wings pop out. And they both like take off from the ground and start flying at you at a normal pace.
Okay. All right. This is bad. This is not good.
Hey, you wanted the dream.
Yeah. I wanted a cool wizard dream, but you know what?
You rolled too low, Harry.
I fell too low. Yeah, I'm just gonna start running.
Okay. So you just continue running. They kind of keep flying after you. I mean, you could run for the base where your friends should be. You could run out. Which way you want to go?
I'll run towards where my friend should be.
Okay. So you kind of run past. You're able to get in before the other one, who's not flying, catches up with you. You run inside, look around. The place is empty, except for one thing. In the jail cell resides a small satyr figure,
What?
just sitting there, like filing his nails with like a little file.
Hey, buddy. I'm gonna close the door behind me and just lean up against it.
Hello.
Hey, am I aware that I'm dreaming? Probably not, right?
Are you asking him or are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
I don't know. Are you dreaming? Roll an intelligence check.
Yeah. No.
It's hard to say. You're kind of concerned that this little thing is the only thing there.
Wait, you said he was little?
Yeah, he's a satyr. He's not that big. Although, how
Oh.
big are you? You're a decent sized tiefling, weren't you?
I'm fairly short, like 5'6".
Oh yeah, you're taller than he is. He's not very
Okay.
tall at all.
Hey, didn't you leave?
I've never left. I've been sitting here this whole time.
Okay. Do you
Where
know
did
why?
you guys go?
Long story, actually. It's not important.
I'm assuming. Did you all live, or did the monster kill all of you too?
What monster?
No, you know the thing. He like makes little horn things. You know that thing. Big fiend guy.
Oh, no. He's, yeah, no, he's gone. Kind of? He's not a problem.
Tell that to them. He like points out towards the way you came from. Like I think he killed them all.
Is that what happened? I was wondering about that.
Yep. But don't worry, it's almost lunchtime.
What does that mean?
And you watch as he pulls out a book. He's like, "All right, class, and next we'll be learning how to levitate objects." And then you wake up.
Honestly, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. You kind of shoot up first. It's probably like 9 o'clock ish. Grogham's probably one of the first people up too, I'd imagine. He was raring to go. Alright, so Did I already go unrested or no?
I don't think so. Oh wait, yes you did.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I just
So,
didn't see it.
So everyone is rested. What's the plan?
Well, we have a map.
mhm.
You have
Do we
a map
need to
of the
know anything
volcano,
else?
not the canyons to the volcano.
Ah,
But between that, I mean, just don't get lost in the canyons would probably be the best bet. Or, I mean, you have someone who can fly.
yeah. I suppose we should ask what the best route is.
Who you can ask?
I guess we can go find our friend Seraphine if he's around, or just someone friendly looking.
You look around. Oddly enough, you don't remember seeing anyone else other than Seraphine since you've been here.
That's interesting.
You go through the main room where you guys all crashed, and it's got like 5 people in it. They're fine.
Okay, okay, that's good. You got me for a moment.
You just had a very crazy dream.
Yeah.
Steph seem more edge than usual.
Oh yeah, Def's always kind of Def's been going through probably waves, I'd say, of confidence and then paranoia.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
About the best way I can
Is
sum
it
it up.
like normal defty levels of paranoia, or does he seem particularly on edge?
I don't know. I mean, Def's kind of been evolving over time, anyways, and Def has got money now, so Def's priorities have changed. Things have changed. I don't know. Hard to say. Roll an insight check, we'll say. We'll let the dice figure it out for us.
Oh, yeah.
First
I'm
thing she knows,
definitely,
it's death.
I'm
Oh.
definitely freaking out a little bit.
Absolutely.
So hold on to sorry. Are you alright?
Yeah, I was thinking about wizards again, and I thought it was a wizard dream, but it wasn't. Hey, all the Cambions around here, I like haven't seen any. Do you know where they went?
Didn't they go back to the Citadel? For like that joint
Did
guard thing?
did they? Can we ask someone?
Oh no, you saw some other ones. There was a bunch of
Oh, we
cameos.
did? Okay,
You saw
okay.
5 other ones when you went into the other room. You just had
I
never you didn't go very far in.
I definitely like look each and every one of them in the eye just in case.
Roll perception check. Actually, roll investigation check.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you see Davos walking down the hallway. All right, you walk up to him. He has a more human-looking face. He just kind of looks at you. You look at him. He's
I
like,
just look him really deep in the eyes and I squint a little bit.
he
And I
kind of looks at
I
you.
lean my head one way and then I lean my head the other way to see if he follows.
He looks at you. He's like, "Are you feeling okay?"
He had some trouble sleeping last night. Hold him back a bit.
He just like continues on slowly down the hall, like looking back and then continuing forward.
Yeah? What was this dream about?
Nothing important.
You stopped by 3 people and spent 2 minutes examining each of their faces.
No, I do that to everyone. That's normal.
And then you hear a loud voice yell right behind you, "Hey, it's breakfast!"
I just jump all the way up. I
Allie's got like a rolled up pancake in her mouth. Alright, so you.
just need some of that breakfast. Oh boy.
She reaches into her coat pocket and pulls out a pancake.
I just pat her on the head and take the pancake.
When you said Def jumped up, I was just picturing like a cat clinging to the ceiling.
Basically.
And then you watch Allie's like, no, don't just put it in your mouth. She's like this. She holds it out and then she uses prestidigitation to make it taste like syrup, and then takes a bite. She's like, shoot.
I'm just nodding very slowly. Like, yeah, this is fine.
She'll do it to
Yeah.
yours too.
Point me towards breakfast, little guy. Where's breakfast at?
You look over and she points back at a table behind her. It looks like she got there first. Might take some time to get some more food made.
Yeah. I get food and then I put a pancake in the jail area where the guy is.
You
Just
look,
in respect.
no guy.
Put it there anyways.
Okay.
Someone's getting
Just-
a
I
private
leave a
prison
pancake
cell and
on
there's
the-
a random pancake there.
Everyone roll a perception check as Death goes to leave a pancake for.
Another 20.
Wow.
That's double 20s.
Due to your concern from your sighting earlier, or your insight earlier, you follow Deft very carefully as Deft seems very distracted, and you watch Deft go to the jail and leave a pancake on the floor.
She's gonna put a hand on top of, like, on his forehead. Does he feel warmer than usual?
You actually feel he's actually feeling quite cool.
Cooler than he should be?
Cooler than he has been recently.
Okay. So take a look at his eyes. How bloodshot are they?
They look fine. Typical color. Maybe like a little bit under rested, but not too bad.
Deft, it was just a dream.
Deft did learn how to sleep in trees at one point, so Deft is used to a bad night's sleep.
Oh yeah.
He went through formal rogue training of how to sleep in a tree. Although you did lose your trainer in the process, but still.
Maybe so.
It was just a dream.
You know, it's so hard to tell these days.
But if it was, it can't get you.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, where to first? Oh, and if you want to change out your spell slots right now, is probably a good time to do that if you haven't done so. If you need to pick something new for the day, unless you're deaf and you can't, and then sucks to be you.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
I was an arcane trickster too. Comes with the territory.
I think I'm good unless somebody thinks of something I need specifically for what we're about to do or anything.
The only things you really would have learned, well, it really depends on which way you guys are approaching. So far, you know that you could fly in, but there's flying creatures. You can come in at ground level, but there's ground forces, or you could try to go into the smaller tunnels at the bases of the mountain and volcano, where it looks like the kobolds may reside. But there's high likelihood that anything that comes in through there could connect up higher, but then that presents other challenges, like Gronkum is a very large person. Gronkum may have to crawl to get through there unless someone can shrink Gronkum down. Or it may rule out the fact that you can go through there. It's just up to you. I don't remember what everyone has available. And both of my NPCs are wizards, so their spells don't change. They can polymorph, though. So you could turn Gronkum into an animal, if Gronkum wanted to be an animal to go in.
I don't know. I think cobalt tunnels are a good idea. Gronkum, do you want to be an animal? Gronkum says yes.
We're going into a volcanic area, correct?
Yes.
Oh, shit, this is concentration. It's only for one person. Say I could pick up protection from energy to protect from fire, but that's only one target.
Well, Ari's pretty much as resistant as Ari's going to get to fire. But on the other side, if you're fighting something that is immune to fire, fire off that. Does anyone have reduce? Enlarge reduce?
It's going to be mage.
I don't think either of my wizards have it. Actually, let me check William. Maybe William has it. Allie did not learn that type of magic. Nope. William.
I hope the cobalt tunnels are big enough.
Nope. Yeah, how tall are you, Grunkum?
Is he like 6'5"?
I know he's over 6 foot.
You're speaking Bronco, we can't hear you.
I think he's like 6'8". I remember he was pretty big because the koi was just a bit bigger than he was.
Yeah, Toy was 7'3", I think.
Yeah,
I think 7'2".
somewhere in there.
6'10".
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, Gronkum would probably have, let's see. Gronkum would like have to duck down majorly. Depending on the tunnel you're in, Gronkum may have to crawl at some point. But it would be very difficult for Gronkum to fight. You probably would be at a disadvantage unless if you weren't using a two-handed weapon, like if you were just punching stuff with your arm, maybe a little bit
No,
easier.
hold on, wait. He's using a greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
That means he could use it like a spear.
But if he's crawling, that might be quite difficult.
Yeah, it's still thrusting.
Or a
Still-
javelin.
All you javelin could potentially work. But it just depends on where you're currently at. So just keep in mind if you're in a small tunnel, be in the front.
I mean, I could see him having a lot of difficulties if he was using an axe.
But his shorter range weapons that are smaller or would be a little bit easier to control within the itself. Depending on his situation, obviously. If he's on his knees, not as bad.
So it's either narrow tunnels or maybe dragons.
Or you can fight whatever ground troops they have. You're not actually sure what their ground troops are yet.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think the narrow tunnels are the best way through.
Malcolm, are you fine with tunnels? Or do you have claustrophobia? Just double checking.
Crocom's not afraid of anything.
Yeah! Tunnels it is!
All right. Allie kind of looks over at you, Gronkum. She just kind of smiles and pats you on the shoulder. It's like, I have an idea. She's like, I'll tell you later. Don't worry. Okay, so you have about 2 to 3 hours to get to the volcano. So how are you wanting to travel? Are you doing any spells or anything to prepare before you approach?
As we get closer, Ari will put up a mage armor, and for travel, she will be walking alongside Deft, holding on to his arm.
Okay. So you guys, and Zarfine at this point is probably staying back at his post. He's not allowed to get super close to the volcano anyway. And then are you leaving anyone at the base with them, or are you bringing everyone? Well, I guess you're going for a portal, so I guess you'd bring everyone.
We're trying to leave the plane, so leaving people
Who
behind
is
not gonna.
taking stewardship of the baby phoenix, or are we going to let it just fly around freely?
Well, I mean, it will stay with Ari, but it hasn't seemed very keen on that, so. So it's kind of wherever the Phoenix wants to go.
That might be difficult in a tunnel. It's like, we're going to sneak up. Quiet bird.
If nothing else, we could always put it in Grockum's backpack.
This is true.
Very true.
Isn't that where your collection of heads is?
And
Okay, so as you approach, you're basically approaching from the east side of the volcano. How are we proceeding while we travel? Are we going slow, being stealthy? We going fast, normal speed, using magic?
I think normal speed till we get close, at which point we will stealth.
Okay.
I'm gonna send Sock flying a couple 100 feet ahead of us, just as a scout, and tell him to come report back if he sees anything big or scary looking.
Okay. As you guys kind of proceed around, roll perception check for scout.
Let me pull up my crow sheet. That is a 12.
Okay. So you see a few things off in the distance. It looks like you're pretty clear. And then you notice as you kind of look up, you see what appears to be some sort of winged creature high up above your party that appears to be circling back around and flying back the way it came. It's probably about 1,000 feet up. Barely just make it out because of its size through the smoke.
So it's flying in the direction of the mountain?
So like it flew in your guys' direction, and then it like did a Yui and started flying back in the direction it came from, back towards the volcano.
All right, cool.
Roll an investigation check. See if you can see any things from afar. Kind of hard, but
Another 9.
I mean, it's a decent-sized winged creature. It's not nearly as big as all the stuff you saw earlier.
All right, I will relay that to the party.
should we shoot it down?
No, we should keep low.
Grockum puts the arrow back.
All right, so if you want to roll stealth, If you don't want to roll stealth, you know what to do.
Oh, I dropped my dice on the table to check advantage, and it was a 20.
Oh no.
I dropped 20.
Still a 19, so that's 32.
Good lord. Let's see, Williams. How is he? Oh no, he's not that great. William gets a 13. Let's see. There, so you want to roll a stealth roll.
No, I'm sorry.
I'll roll one for Max. Oh, Max is a +1. This is going to be fun. Oh, whew. Max gets a natural 20. Good lord. That magic armory got really quiet. Start. Oh, he's good at this too. I never knew that he was good at this. Normally, Def does most of it. He's got like an 11 for stealth.
Oh,
To Wolfgar?
I forgot he took levels in Rogue. Haha.
I was about to say, Wolfgar is part rogue.
He didn't used to be. Alright, that's all that. Oh, and where there she is. Last one. Not bad. 19. Okay. So as you guys are proceeding through, we still have the bird in the front.
yeah.
Okay. After about 30 minutes or so, you see something kind of heading in your direction.
Okay.
Does Sock see it, or do we see it?
Sock sees it, so this is you seeing it with Sock.
Okay, yeah. I'll just as soon as I see that, just tell everybody that something's coming.
Two things.
Even better.
What do you want to do?
Gronkum, no.
Are we like smacking our sword on our arm type noise, or what are we doing?
Just walking normally.
Oh, you take all the fun out. Like, I am here. Hold on one second. I was the smart man, put a fridge in my office so I don't have to walk far.
That's a genius move.
But you didn't put any beer in that fridge.
I just didn't have any beer on it. I didn't notice until I was home. Okay. I have peanuts though.
I mean, you could blend some bread and pretend it's beer.
I can just go buy more tomorrow. I have gin in the freezer if I really feel like it. And I think I have limes too. Okay, so let me get a picture of what these look like for your desk.
I'd say maybe we should try and hide, but I don't think Gronkum would want to cooperate.
I agree with that.
Okay. There we go. Ah. You see two of these. but red.
Oh, do they have wings?
They're medium sized. They do not have wings.
So, wait, so how are they?
Currently, they are walking in your direction. Well, they're not really
Oh,
walking.
okay. I
They're
thought
going
like,
at your direction in a decent pace.
they were flying and just wiggling aggressively towards us. Okay,
Nope.
so, those look really cool, but I'd rather not.
They're like very large dogs. In comparison.
I'll just using a minor illusion, just conjure an image of what they look like and warn the party.
So,
Hide it from Gronkum so we can't see.
Grunkum. Actually, roll a sleight of hand check. And how are you telling the party so that Grunkum doesn't see the picture of the cool things you want?
I assume Gronkum is walking ahead of us.
He's
So
in the front.
I'll turn around and walking backwards, just hold it in my hands.
Who are you showing?
Everyone walking behind me.
Okay.
And that's coming towards us.
Yep.
There are two of them, and they are red.
If you want the least amount of confrontation possible, we should alter our map.
Can I hear the conversation? I don't imagine Grogham's too far ahead of everybody else.
You kind of hear them. They're kind of like inadvertently gathering a little bit. And you see Def kind of like facing the other way.
Are we being attacked from the rear?
No,
No,
Gronkum, don't worry about it.
Grogham shrugs, turns around, and keeps on walking.
we can have to tell them.
I still win.
Grunkum.
That's
You
me.
hear the sounds of something coming up on your guys' location from in front of you.
Anyway,
And
I think we should take a short rest right about now.
I think
in that case, I'll
it's,
take up a defensive position. Pull out my sword.
Or we could do that. That works too.
Okay.
And as soon as he sees anything coming within range, he'll rage.
All right. Hold on 1 second. All right. So the first one. That is a 7. And 6. So unfortunately for you, Gronkum, you were too quiet to get the creatures to come. And they veer off and up the cliffside. Weirdly enough, heading in your general direction, but seemingly maybe missed you.
alright, let's keep moving.
Yep, go. Let's get out of here.
Did I see the creatures?
They weren't within close proximity, but you would have seen them off in the distance a bit. They look like this. I thought I dropped them. They look like that, but they're both red.
I don't have a head of one of those things.
Welcome.
No.
No.
Fine. Puts the sword away and keeps on going.
Attaboy.
So, go ahead. Roll another survival check for me, Drone. Since we kind of lead everyone through here. All right. So you guys probably make it about another hour in, and then you notice the patrols are starting to get very, very heavy. You are lucky and you kind of miss one or two of them just by convenient timing. But it's going to be a little bit more difficult from here on out. So from here, roll some perception checks.
You should know better, no Pale. You
Nope.
should know better.
Ooh, that's a bad
Everybody
one.
or just them?
Yeah, anyone, everyone, sir.
Are the patrols more of those dog things, or are they different creatures?
I'll tell you shortly.
All right.
Let me roll one more. Where'd Allie go? Decent. So these patrols are made up of a mixture of a bunch of different draconic-looking creatures, if you had to guess, or lizards. You see a couple of
All
different
right.
that when you only look at one bucket, they're not show up. There we go. You see several battalions of those, some accompanied by those creatures. The one you see, which is a larger group, actually has a very, very large, the only way I can describe it, picture a dragon the shape of a centaur.
I have a very funny picture in my head.
So, all dragon body, but centaur shape. So, big torso, arms, 4 legs.
I was picturing dragon body, but with another dragon coming out of the top.
I like this also.
Wait, what about a dragon's bog with a horse torso?
Oh no.
Torso itself is still draconic, but it's kind of like more shaped like a horse. It still has claws and everything, but it's got 4 legs and then it's got 2 humanoid arms. They're just reptilian-ish.
What about the body of a horse with the top half of a dragon?
The heart of a halfling. The luck of a halfling. How do you extract luck from a halfling? We could probably make a spell for this.
We could try some experiments.
If you could ever get them to fail a save.
Well, I mean, if they don't fail any saves, then, I mean, you know.
You do see some little kobolds that are occasionally going around with these patrols as well. They have like little makeshift bone armor that they're all wearing. You do see off in the distance, there is kind of a platform near the base of this volcano. It's kind of like a flat and level area, and then there's like this big constructed, not an arena, but like this nice gathering stone place.
Hey, how likely would it be that just going up to one of these guys and asking nicely for the portal, how likely would that work? Because it's worked pretty well so far in the
And I
Hell
mean,
Dimension.
there was even that door that we had to knock on.
Yeah, that was polite.
But these guys are pretty scary.
Yeah, a little too sharp for my liking.
And there's a lot of them.
Bronkum, what do you think?
Attack?
No.
Either ask nicely or sneak in.
As you do get closer as well, Gronkum, and they can't hide these from you, you guys do notice about 3 different dragons that do circle higher up above this volcano. If you had to guess based on very limited dragon knowledge, and based on what Ali kind of tells you, they're probably young red dragons.
Speaking of, how's Allie doing? Is she looking nervous at all, or is she looking excited?
I think no more nervous than any of you at the moment.
All right.
She's kind of
all right.
fascinated by seeing other dragons, but that's about it. See, I don't think she's ever met an actual dragon before. The closest thing she came to is something that hates dragons that tried to eat her.
This is true.
So other than being kind of bewildered at the fact there's an actual dragon and 3 of them. But yeah, they seem to be flying in circles. Then there's the ground patrols. And then there's the little like stone constructed area. Got some like pillars and columns and like a central little building.
Okay, what is the plan of entry? You gonna sneak in?
I think that's the best thing.
Okay, well, I can turn someone invisible, and while I say that, I'm looking directly at Gronkum.
Well, first you need to find one of these kobold holes.
Yeah, if I look at the map that I drew, can I kind of suss out where we are right now?
I mean, you get a feeling there's probably a lot of them. Roll. Yeah, no, I guess you wouldn't really have a lot of experience. Roll a history check with disadvantage. Yeah, unfortunately,
Good.
it's not a creature you've ever really had an opportunity to have experience with.
Understandable.
You can't make a little look at all of them, like, come, you're not gonna fit. What if I made you a really awesome creature?
Gronkum says yes.
What kind of creature?
It's like, I read about this creature once. I think it's called a badger.
Ooh.
Specifically a honey badger.
Honey badger don't give a shit.
But it's up to you. Or you can try to crawl and kneel or duck.
How big is this badger creature?
Cadillacs. Like, oddly enough, it was in my book. I don't know how big it is, but I guess it really doesn't matter. Like, I'll just make you a giant honey badger.
What offensive capabilities does this badger have?
I don't know, but I bet you all hell there's a NPC. There's an NPC card for this already. Let me tell you.
You know, Gronkum, I've seen a honey badger before. They're really cool. And it looks like this. And I'll cast a little image of a honey badger, but it's like really cool looking. It's just got spikes everywhere and it has super sharp fangs. And it just looks incredibly intimidating.
All right, giant badger.
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna have to make some modifications. Hold on. Here we go. Oh wait, that's the giant badger. I want that.
We should be right back.
That seems more appropriate based on the CR. There's no way that's a CR. Whoever made this card doesn't know how to make NPCs, but it works well for what we need for Grump. All right, Grump. So, as a honey badger, you'll be a large beast. 18 AC, 95 hit points. You have a speed of 30. You could burrow 20 feet. And you could climb 20 feet. Ooh, that's a good question. If you were actually, is there anything that can burrow more than 20 feet that's a beast? You could make Gronkum dig you a tunnel. If you had to. It is immune to poison. It has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons. Keen smell. Claw attack plus 5 to hit. 3d6 plus 3 slashing damage. It has a bite attack plus 5 to hit. 3d8 plus 3 piercing damage. And it gets 2 attacks, one with its bite, one with its claw. It's not too bad. I think that's a fair stat block. Badger away?
Mhm.
Alright. So, it's like, do you want me to do it now or once we get there?
Once we get there.
Okay. So, once we get there. Alright, so, as we proceed forward, much more heavily patrolled, let's see. Who's got good perception checks last time? I want Def and Ferris to roll a perception check.
So, Deft, Theris, and who?
Just Def and Ferris.
That's not a great roll. Theris, I hope you retire.
You thought you guys kind of saw something out of the side of your vision? Must have been something else.
Uh-oh. What'd we miss?
Do you see something? I thought I saw something move. I don't guess.
All right, so you do kind of make it over towards where you can start to see where these kobold holes would be down in the hills. As you guys kind of overlook on one of these canyons down, and you find probably a more main hub for what you've seen so far. Go ahead and now everyone can roll a perception check here.
No, I don't know better. How could you?
Okay. Everybody but Ari. Let me get the new map. Actually, you didn't get quite the new. So for what you see here, you see kind of a smaller hole, and you see 3 small creatures that are currently walking out. One of them looks a little bit different than others. So the one in front is currently carrying a bucket of something, and it has wings. The 2 behind it seem to be mocking the one in front of it, and leading it over towards what appears to be a hole in the ground.
Interesting.
What do you guys want to do?
I kind of want to see what's in that bucket. Hello, Max.
Hello.
I just woke up. Sorry.
Oh, no worries, man.
Morning.
Hello.
Can I shoot him?
Don't.
Conker puts his bow down.
You watch as the little winged creature, and at this point, you basically assume this must be a kobold. For those of you that never have seen them in person, which is probably most of you. It brings it to the edge, and then you watch as 2 of them are yelling at this creature in a language that only one of you seems to understand, unless someone changed their spells for the day and can understand languages.
Comprehend language is touch regardless.
Did you memorize it?
No, but it's still range touch.
On the creature you want to talk to?
Yeah, you have to be in contact with the creature or the text that you're trying to read.
What if you
Or
touch a
comprehend.
creature that also understands the language?
I don't think that would work, but potentially.
Does anyone have it memed for the day?
Don't believe so.
Yeah. I was going to say, because if you do it to Allie, you'd be able to understand, because they're speaking Draconic.
William should be able to understand as well.
Why use that?
Wizards get Draconic for free.
There's
Or
no one
correct
knows
me.
Draconic, though. It was never an option. That's why. The only people that knew Draconic, I think,
Say it's a ritual. If anybody has it, they don't have to have it memorized.
that is true, if they're a ritual cast.
Pretty
If
sure
they're
wizards
into
just
it,
get Draconic for free, don't they?
No, nobody gets any free languages that I'm aware of other than Common.
yeah, and I banned it from the languages anyway.
All right.
Unless Kale spoke for Draconic, Allie speaks Draconic. And that's basically people with the golden perch, maybe. But you never met any of them. Probably Soren speaks some Draconic, I would imagine. But yes, so these little creatures are conversing back and forth.
Allie, what are they saying?
See if she can hear. Hold on.
Can I shoot him now?
Wait.
They're trying to tell him to go down into the hole, and he doesn't want to go.
Well, why does he have to go in the hole? That's not very nice.
I don't know.
I just have to go in the hole.
How big are they?
They're not very big at all. Like, they're tiny, tiny. Hold on. Let me get you a...
Goblin size, fortunately.
Yeah, more or less. I'm trying to see if they have the cool little chart. Oh no, I can't find the chart. Yeah, roughly like 2 to 3 feet.
They kind of out in the open. Like, are we visible by other patrols? Or are we kind of
They look like that.
secluded?
Except these don't have treasure. From what you see currently, this doesn't seem like a high traffic area. You do watch as one of them finally does push the winged one down into the hole. And then it kind of sits down looking over the hole, yelling down into the hole.
gonna shoot him now?
I mean, maybe we could sneak past them now that now that they're distracted. But I want to know what's in that hole. Why'd they push him down there?
Probably bigger creatures. They gotta feed it.
So fly over and take a look.
Yeah, let me just take those two outside of the hole first. That's not a no.
That's something Wolfgat would probably help you do. It's like, I can help with one.
Yeah, you know what? Go for
I'll
it.
take the one on the right.
All right. So, let me see. Quite where I wanted to be for that entrance, but we can do this one. I thought I just got map. I think my Google Drive is almost completely full of maps.
Mm.
Stuff I could say. I won't buy it. There we go. It is July. June. There we go. This will kind of. Not. Oh, cool. I can't spell for shit. That's fine. Wait, no, I did spell right. Okay. So what was our marching?
Or Deft.
Yeah, Grunkum, then probably Deftonari, then Theris, then whoever else.
Alright, so this map is bigger than it actually is, but we'll use part of it. Okay. Alright, so brown comes up front. There's the map. You guys are going to be on the east side. I'll drop a coal. Our coal is to be right about here. Guys, here on the cliffs. We'll start and back. Alright, so move your guys around in that general vicinity of the cliff. And essentially, you're going to be overlooking that red circle. All right. There, before you see the two kobolds. One yelling down in the hole. One kind of sitting back here. Okay, these guys can go. I don't suppose you're going to fight the fire giants anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
I figured you wouldn't like that. Okay. Oh, there's one. He's down in the hole. All right, so which one are you going to be aiming at, Grumble?
The far one. Cobalt 1.
All right, so you're going to aim at Kobold 1. Wolf Vert kind of will take aim. Kobold 2. What's everyone else's plan?
I will also take aim at Kobold 1.
All right.
Nothing for Ari at this exact moment.
Allie doesn't have any ranged weapons other than spells. All right, we got 3 people shooting.
I'll throw
Max, you have
I'll
a
throw
bow
a
or javelin
firebolt.
you use?
I'll
What's up,
firebolt the wing kobold.
We could do some fire bolts. Could make more sound depending though, but this area is full of fire anyways.
I don't know. This basically is kind of a test to see are they affected by fire.
Good enough. Allie feels left out, so she's gonna throw a force bolt. All right, which one are you aiming for there?
The winged.
The
No,
wing
no,
one
no.
is down in the hole currently.
That's the one down
The
in the
guy
hole.
who got kicked down in the hole.
Okay, then I'm going for 2.
Allie's just gonna kind of look out. Like, all right. 1, 2, 3. All right, everyone roll. Fire! All right, so here we'll roll damage. Oh God, Grunkum, what did you do?
Oh,
Oh God. Oh no, it didn't even live long enough. So okay, so here's how this happens. Hold on. All right, so that's one swing, one bolt. Wolfguard's gonna get one shot off of this, so that'd be a longbow at number 1. Nope, he missed. Who else is firing?
I killed
Okay,
mine.
so Drunkum, you watch as you run. You go to shoot, and you see this firebolt just incinerate one. Kobold 2 just basically splatters in half in like an instant. You shoot at Kobold 1, you miss. And as you go to draw again, you watch as Death's arrow just like shoots it in the throat. It falls over, dying on the ground. All right, so seemingly you took out the Kobold. You guys just hear this sound coming from down the tunnel? Or in the hole. It just keeps yelling out for help.
Should we help it?
It's like,
Well, a guide would be helpful.
I'm gonna go help it.
but it's
You're
gross
ready?
looking.
Ali, you want to comply for translation?
It's like, do I have to?
Well, you're the only one who can speak to it.
She reluctantly kind of like stands there.
I'm gonna peek my head over the hole.
You look down and there's like this little tiny scrawny looking kobold with wings. And it's sitting at the bottom of like this 20-foot hole. And it looks like he's starting to like adhere this bucket of just like gross, diseased, rotted flesh goo onto some like spiked poles that are down here. It looks like he's basically being forced to build traps, and he gets the shitty job of going down the hole.
I'll just kind of tilt my head a little bit and smile, and I'll put my hand down to see if he takes it.
He's 20
Trying
feet down,
to-
right?
Oh, is he that far down?
Yeah, he's 20 feet down.
Oh, okay.
You do have a thing.
I do
Just
have
saying.
yeah. Wait, which thing are you talking about?
Oh, you have a thing.
What?
I'm trying to look
I
and
have-
see if it's in
I
your
have many
inventory.
things.
Maybe Max has it. Hold
have-
on. I thought you had it. Nope, you have it.
My nice rope.
Look underneath your
My-
stone of your rolling stone.
My nice rope.
Judging by the size of that kobold's wings and the amount of space available, does it look like it could realistically fly out?
Roll a medicine check.
Is this at advantage due to her affinity for flying?
Are you a doctor?
No, but she does love flying
You
and
gather
has wings herself.
it'd probably be pretty effective. He looks pretty malnourished, though. He's not as big as he probably could be, and it's hard to say.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
on the
gonna
best health.
throw my rope down and I'm gonna tell it to knot. So large knots appear at 1 foot intervals, and anyone who tries to climb it gets advantage on the check.
Are we really going to keep alive another enemy? Because that's
think
worked so well for us in the past.
He's small and kind of cute looking.
He dropped the rope down. He kind of like backs away. He just kind of looks up to you. He starts saying something, but you can't understand what he's saying.
Allie, what is it saying?
It's like he's talking really fast. Something, take shinies?
Oh, he thinks we're trying to rob him.
No, he's trying to give us shinies. I think he doesn't want us to kill him.
Oh. Can you tell him we're not gonna kill him?
She's like, and she's like trying to articulate it, and she's trying to talk down into the tunnel, and he just keeps talking and talking and talking. Talks very fast. Well, what should I tell him?
Well, if you're having troubles understanding him, maybe tell him to slow down.
Ha! she's like, she goes to start to cast a spell. She's like, I can get
No,
him to slow down.
No, no,
Oh.
not
Not
that
that kind
one.
of slow down.
Ah,
Save that for later.
it's like, what's your name? Name.
No, Allie, you want to tell him to talk slower. He can understand you.
She's like, being an interpreter is hard.
It's hard work being an intern, isn't it?
And he kind of like sits there down in the tunnel, and you just hear the word scud.
Scud. That's a good name. Good name for a little man.
Like, I think his name is Scud.
Hey, Scud! And I'll point to the rope and make like a climbing motion, trying to tell him to come up.
He kind of looks at you strangely, looks at the rope.
So, Grockham, here's what the plan will be.
And he kind of like.
We're going to try and convince him to be a guide. If he isn't willing to help or leads us into some kind of trap or ambush, he's all yours.
Okay.
You see a little hand pop up over the edge, and you just see him put down 3 little gems, and then he just kind of like hides in the hole.
I'm gonna take a pancake out of my pocket that I saved from breakfast, and I'm gonna try and give him the pancake.
Grockham would like to try and grab him and pull him all the way out of the hole.
Wait, let me give him the pancake first.
Make a persuasion check.
Advantage for pancake?
It kind of sits there, and it like scarfs up the pancake as quick as it can. However, halfway through eating the pancake, you watch its eyes kind of like widen, and it drops the pancake, and it scurries behind Max.
Is it looking at anybody or
It's
something?
looking north.
Can I try and see if anything's coming towards us?
Yeah, roll a perception check for any of you who would like to now.
Oh, dang!
Damn. All right,
Almost
you look
20.
flying in low, just above these canyons. 2 young red dragons.
Oh, guys, we need to hide.
Yep, up against the wall.
Yes, that means you too, Grockham.
And
As I'm running past
there
Max,
is.
I do want to grab the kobold.
Oh, I drew this the wrong stupid way.
Is there something over there?
Flip it around. That is where one of the little tunnel entrances is for the kobolds. So that's where they came out of. And that hole is just a hole.
Okay, well,
Okay.
So
go through the tunnel entrance.
There's one kobold you can't really pick up. Kobold 2 is a little bit, I don't think I need to cover what happened to him. However, Kobold 1's corpse is still on the ground.
Push him in the hole.
Yes, let's say quickly put them in the hole and
Drunk him. Like, pick it up, throw it in the hole. You hear like a watermelon piercing sound as it impales itself on the spikes below. Okay, that takes care of those two. All right, where's everyone hiding? You going in the hole? You hiding out here?
I believe we're going in the hole.
All right, so Gronkum. The entrance to this hole is very small. It probably gets bigger inside, but it's about a 3 foot where you're gonna have to crawl through this hole.
Okay, I'll go in last.
Unless you want to get transformed now.
Not yet, since we have enemy captive.
Okay. So what's the order we're going into this tunnel?
Probably Ari and Death, followed by.
So it's single file. So just remember, if you're in front, you're in front.
William's the smallest, followed by Ari, so they'll probably be, so I imagine, something like that.
And
I
then
am holding
Ellie.
the kobold. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
Yeah, just put yourself in this order for now. So just go.
Okay. I guess William can share a square with the Cobalt, extra reinforcements, followed by Allie, since she's translator. Then Wolfgar. Rankum said he wants to go last. It just occurred to me that all our healers are in the back.
I can put me up closer in the middle if you want.
Yeah,
With
switch
Wolfguard.
Wolfguard.
Yeah, swapping Wolfgar. That would be a good
Okay.
idea. Alright, so something like that.
All right, so you'll run into there. So you guys rush to pull. Who's pulling the kobold into the tunnel?
Me.
Deft is.
All right, so you guys pull him in. He does go over, grab the pancake at first. All right, you proceed into the tunnels. You hear the dragons pass by over. You hear one land. You get the feeling you might have been spotted earlier, and thankfully you happen to have somewhere to go. But being in the tunnels, you are kind of out of view. It is pitch black, so Ferris, you're probably having a hard time. Some of them are having a hard time. So you're just all in a dark tunnel in a single file. What do you guys want to do?
Right now, I'm just kind of whispering to the kobold that it's going to be okay. I'm going to keep feeding him more pieces of pancake. I know I can't, or he can't understand me, but I'm doing that like I'm talking to a small animal voice, so it's probably soothing at least.
Pancake.
Pancake, yeah, pancake. You got it.
More pancake?
More yeah, yeah. I just keep giving him pancake.
Okay. He just keeps eating pancake. He like sees that you're reaching in your bag for food, and he just kind of like starts putting his hand into there.
I'll just
More
Yeah.
pancake?
more pancake. Yeah, yeah. You know, I got some other stuff too. I got some
He
bacon.
looks in the bag, and then he immediately like jumps back and goes up against the wall.
What's wrong, little guy?
He
What do you
noticed the skull on your belt.
Oh.
Oh, poison pancake.
No. I'll just start like patting the skull, like, yeah, no, this was my friend. This is my friend here.
Necromancer. He just like empties his pockets out on the ground.
No, you don't have to do that.
Like, please, no kill.
Allie, tell him it's fine.
She just kind of looks, she's like, what? And she like steps
Tell-
forward.
Tell him he's my uncle. Tell him the skull's my uncle, and I'm just keeping his memory alive.
And he watches her say something in Draconic, and you see him kind of like look at her strangely, and then he just puts his head like into the ground. I'm not sure I got that right. It's been a while.
Maybe telling him that the skull was just decoration. And, like a decorated rock or something.
Tell him it was your enemy, and he should not become your enemy.
No, I don't want him to be scared of me.
Light on fire.
He's
No.
already scared of you. Or tell
Can't
him
kill him
it's
yet.
a trophy. These creatures are kind of primitive. They should understand something like that.
Well, can we ask it to, be a guide?
We'll try to talk to it. It seems to be still very concerned about death.
I'll just kind of turn to Satesh, be like, "This is why I can't take you anywhere."
You get a blank stare back at you from the skull. You can feel the blank stare, even though there's nothing to stare back
Oh
at.
yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
feel it.
Has the tunnel widened at all?
A little bit. After you crawled in a bit, it kind of widened out to about this little gap's about 5 feet, but then it goes in, excuse me, to a slightly smaller tunnel, but about 4 feet. So you'll be able to duck down. But you found like a little tiny chamber, so you can all at least be in the same room for a minute.
Out of curiosity, would this be a good spot to wrap up, or?
Yeah, we'll probably wrap up here too. But yeah, if there's anything you want to do with your little kobold friend, I'll give you at least 10 or 12 more minutes if you want to ask some questions. I got nothing better to do.
I mean, as far as I am
No, that's fine. It's been a long week for me too. So we won't go into the mountain, but if you want to extract anything, blood, information, souls. So here's the funny thing now. So anytime you capture someone, is Gronkum going to try to take all their blood and Thirst going to try to take their soul?
Why not both?
We're going to drain them dry.
Yeah, drain them,
You
and as
can't-
their soul leaves from the blood loss, if they die, I'll grab the soul.
Technically, you
No.
wouldn't be
Yeah,
going there.
And then
Depending on
Dev can take the
situation.
head.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Bad Theris.
You can't hurt this one. We've bonded.
He's going to turn
Dad?
pancake into a pancake.
I named him and everything.
Dad, don't.
Fist.
You didn't name him.
His name's Pancake now.
Whether or not he wants to or not.
Dad, don't get attached.
No, I'm like in between.
No,
I'm taking those hits.
no, you've only known him for like 2 minutes.
He's like
We
squealing like a
bonded.
little pig in pain, running away like that.
That's 15 points of damage.
Can I block them?
I mean, you could certainly try. Roll an acrobatics check. Drunkum, roll an athletics check.
You roll so good though.
You try, and he just pushes you out of the way and just socks him right in the face. He's currently cowering in a corner, and like half of his face is like smushed in. They're not the most hardy of creatures. Why?
Captives have always come back to bite us in the ass later.
He's not a captive. We rescued him.
He's a pet.
Note that he is more of a captive.
You kind of
Just-
did just take him out of a hole and decide to keep him.
Just let me have this. Let me have one nice thing.
Daft, you have plenty of nice things.
He runs over to Deft and like grabs onto Deft's leg.
I just like shove him up my shirt. And I hold him.
Daft, you can't keep him.
What?
Thank you, kind master.
You're welcome, little buddy.
Daft, you're not keeping him.
Keep what? What are you talking about? I don't have anything.
Allie kind of looks up at him like, yeah.
You've been under a lot of pressure lately.
He belongs here with his people.
Is this an intervention?
Yes.
His dead people.
Man, I so want to just say that, like, while they're all discussing it, Theris just reaches over, cuts his throat, and drains his soul. I'm not doing it, but I really want to.
He's in my shirt. You can't.
Possibly get more information if I
You know him.
try other methods.
Now,
If he were dead, you could make him speak easier.
so Daphne listens to you. Can you ask him if he's seen any kind of portal?
Little buddy,
Yes.
you seen anything that looks like this? And I'll make an image of just what I think a portal looks like.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
No.
He says no.
So he doesn't have any useful information. Can we kill him now?
I'm sure he has useful information.
Yeah, I have gold.
Yeah, he says he has gold. That's useful.
Do the kobolds have a treasure room independent of the dragon's treasure room?
Roll an insight check.
Nine.
Maybe not. Yeah, treasure?
Can you show us where the treasure is?
No.
He says no.
No treasure.
Okay.
He says there's no treasure.
Okay, Daft, hold him towards Goronka.
Wait, what?
Why would I do that?
Just
Like,
trust me.
he like squeezes onto Death even tighter, like a small child not wanting to touch the ground.
Because,
Please!
well, will you show us the kobold's treasure room then?
There's no treasure.
My
Well,
boy! Don't hurt my boy!
You'll have to tell that to him and be very persuasive.
My boy Blue.
Unless your memory has been jogged.
I know a ring.
A ring?
Yes, a very powerful ring.
Is it guarded by a dragon?
No.
Can
It's
I
kobold
roll
ring.
it?
Just gonna roll a quick insight on that one.
Sure.
Do you think he's being truthful?
You gather You don't know a lot about them, but he probably has a ring, or if they probably have a ring, it probably isn't something they made, though.
You know, a powerful ring might hold what we need, or it might be a portal.
Ah, shiny. Yes.
I mean, at the very least, he could lead us through the tunnels.
It gives us a lead. So, where is this ring?
Oh,
Can you show us?
it's on Chief's hand. Come this way.
The chief's hand.
Perfect.
Yes, this way. And he's like, he's like looking left and
Yeah,
right. And we'll pause for that.
Deft, you take point. If that hole was a trap, there might be more traps ahead. Keep your eyes open.
Gotcha. Can do.
We should put a leash on that thing.
I love traps.
Me too, little buddy.
Well, you did manage to not kill one kobold.
I love D&D. This is great.
No, Deft, you can't keep him.
He belongs within his natural habitat with his people. No, he doesn't. He's mine.
No,
We're going to take
bad
him back
Deft.
to Gancaster. We're going to enroll him in the local orphanage school. And he'll be happy with Madeline, who's also... You guys collect a lot of orphans. Have you
No,
ever
this is
realized
my
that?
thing. I collect children. This is
No,
yeah,
no,
right
Deft, no.
he's
No.
my baby.
You do not want to be collecting children. Deft, that is not the thing you want to collect.
We need to start taking all of your random children back to Gancaster to the orphanage.
Yeah.
But isn't Gancaster like under siege or been destroyed right now?
Supposedly, it's
I don't think it's
2
been
days now.
destroyed. We've been told that it has fallen, but I doubt the city was razed.
So you have Allie, you have Madeline. Technically, you kind of had Emily, depending on if her family's alive anymore. You have a baby bird. You have a kobold. Although, I don't know, you didn't do so well with your last new friend. I know it's too soon, but rip Frank.
Frank.
He'll always be
Frank
with
had
us.
more hit points.
Frank will always be with us. Don't worry.
Yes, he will.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A little piece of him will always be. Yes, you can think about all the wonderful things, but I'll just tell you now, Deft, probably not the best idea to get attached to a kobold.
It's too late already. It's too late. You can't tell me that now.
Especially one that Gronkum's going to kill.
So he has a total of 14 hit points. He's missing 12.
He's missing 15.
I think he reduced some.
Because I used my...
great.
Yeah.
We'll say with Deft's effort, he ain't come very shortly.
Kept him at 1 hit point.
His maximum hit points is only 14 hit points. So chances are, if he goes into battle, or if he's near battle, I mean, he's like fireball collateral damage. Not that anyone would hit anyone here with a fireball.
I make no promises.
I've been hit multiple times with a fireball.
Yeah,
He hit me with a